Okay, here we have an exam question on quadratic sequences. It's a common exam question. And you know it's quadratic sequences because it's got it in the question, quadratic sequences. They're asking for the nth term. They're asking for the rule for the quadratic sequence. They're kind of giving you a hint how it should look. So just before we do quadratic sequence, I just want to make sure we're okay with doing the nth term of a linear or arithmetic sequence. So if we have -2, 1, 4, and 7, and this is an arithmetic or linear sequence, we need to work out the nth term. So you're going up in threes. So we say 3n. Then you go back to your 0 term. If you're going up in 3 that direction, obviously you're going down in 3 that direction, and that will be -5. Just want to make sure, and that is the nth term for this linear arithmetic sequence. Just want to make sure we're okay with that. Now let's move to this actual question. So with quadratic, the first thing to do, you can get easy mark by going, okay, we're adding on 15, we're adding on 23, we're adding on 31. With quadratic sequence, you need the second difference, the difference of the difference. We're adding on 8 and we're adding on 8. When your second difference is 8, you write down half of that, which is 4n squared. So if the second difference was 6, you'd write down 3n squared. And if it was 4, you'd write down 2n squared. That is already one mark. You then generate your 4n squared sequence. So to get the first term, n is obviously going to be 1 because you said first term. 1 squared is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. To get the second term, obviously n is 2 because you want second term. 2 squared is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. To get the third term, n is 3. 3 squared is 9. 9 times 4 is 36. And to get the fourth term, 4 squared is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. I normally do about 3 or 4 terms to do this. So that's your 4n squared sequence. You then compare it to the original sequence. Put that on top. There you go. And you compare with the subtracting. 2 take away 4 minus 2. 17 take away 16 is 1. 40 take away 36 is 4. And 71 take away 64 is 7. You then can see the difference between your original term, original sequence and the 4n squared sequence is actually linear. So you work out the nth term of this linear sequence. You're going up in threes. You can see that. So therefore you write 3n. You go back to your 0 term. Obviously if you're up 3 this way, you're down 3 this way. That's why I said, do you know your nth term for linear sequence? And you are now ready to answer your full question. So the quadratic sequence nth term will be made up of your quadratic part, which is 4n squared, and then your linear part, which is what you've written here. There you go. Done. Thank you.